Hey guys, so sorry that I'm a little crooked, um, but you'll just have to bear with me. I'm having tripod issues today. So in this video, I want to talk about how I like to set up my space when I'm getting ready to study. So you guys asked me to share like how I study, what I study, and study tips and things like that. So this video is just gonna be like when I'm getting ready to do a study session, what I like to have, how I like to set up my space, and like the type of space that I like to study in. So the first thing that I try to find, like when it comes to the place that I'm going to study, I try to find a place where there's not going to be a whole lot of distractions or loud noises. Although sometimes it's kind of hard to avoid distractions and loud noises. What I will do if I'm home alone, for example, I will usually just sit at the table that's behind me over here. And I try to, like, if the TV's on, I try to shut off the TV. If I'm home alone, I usually don't have the TV on anyway. Sometimes I still do end up getting like distracted by the dog if the dog's here with me, or my phone. I try to use the focus mode because I have an iPhone. Focus mode like puts things into do not disturb and stuff like that. So then I'm not getting like my notifications and things like that. So that's what I look for as far as like a place to study. If I need my laptop to study, I will either make sure it's charged before I move into this space, or I will find a space to study where I have access to like a plug if I know that it might take me a while to do the studying that I'm trying to do, especially with chemistry, because I've been having to do a whole lot of studying, more than normal, because like this week's module in chemistry is kind of horrible. I have a learning disability in math, and it's been just really stressful because this whole week is about numbers in chemistry and it kind of sucks. So anyways, the next thing, I made little notes so that I knew what I wanted to talk about. So that's why I keep looking down. The next thing that I like to get when I'm getting ready to study, I like to have certain items around me. So I do have a phone that doesn't have service on it, and I connect it to Wi-Fi. So I have this little phone with me, and I have, since it's connected to Wi-Fi, I do have Quizlet on this phone. I do have flashcards that I created for my chemistry class. I don't want that. So for example, this is what it says, Chapter 1, Numbers in Chemistry. And I have the little flashcards, or you can go through the different modes. I use that to study, like if I'm studying for an exam. I create all my flashcards on Quizlet so that I can just bring them with me. I don't create like paper flashcards anymore because one, I feel like it's a waste because I usually just throw them away when the class is over. I also have usually a notebook or a paper to write notes on. If I'm listening to lectures, I usually have, I don't use a separate planner for school, but I usually have written down or in my phone, I have like the assignments and their due dates, or exams and their due dates and things like that. And I try to keep that with me too, so that I know like I'm staying on track. We also do have a specific app for the chemistry class, and sorry, that's the ice maker. We do have that specific app that's just for the chemistry and the lab portion of chemistry. And so on there is how I access like all my homework and lab questions and review questions. And our professor also uploads additional like supplemental lectures that, like if we're talking about a difficult topic, she will upload additional lectures other than what's on our online course on our school page. So we have access to, it's not only just an app, but there's also a website to it. And so sometimes I will use the app. I don't always use the website because sometimes it doesn't load right on my laptop. So I like to use the app because it's a lot easier. Other than that, like I said, I keep my notebook with me. I try to get a couple different colored pens. And before I started school, I got from Walmart, I got a bunch of different colored pens. So then if there's something important, I want to write that in a different color. I don't use highlighters anymore, really, but with the different colored pens, I know that if I write it in a different color, then it's important and I should remember it. I don't highlight in my books anymore or things like that. So I try to have that. I know this sounds kind of dumb because it's not really technically related to studying, but I try to have like my water bottle filled with the flavors in it, because then I'm not distracted by having to get up and go to fill up my water bottle and get something else to drink. I do try to take study breaks, so then I'm not like frying my brain, but I don't always stay on track with that because sometimes I lose track of time and I just like keep going and keep going, even though I know that I should be stopping and taking a break to give my mind a break. But I would say my tips for finding a study place or getting things ready would be, make sure that you have everything you need, whether that's your textbook, your computer if you have a digital textbook, or your phone if you have an app for your class like we do, or if you use Quizlet, your phone, although you can also access Quizlet on a computer. Making sure that you have either a pencil or pens, highlighters if you use highlighters, something to write notes on. If you are a person that likes to write notes, find a place that is free of distractions, or as free of distractions as possible, somewhere that's quiet, that's going to allow you to focus. I have tried to use like the lo-fi study music and stuff like that, but I find that it's more distracting than anything to me, so I don't really use it anymore because I end up listening to the music and not focusing on what I need to study. So, like I said, make sure you have what you need. Make sure you have a good place to study that's as distraction-free and quiet as possible. If you are a person that likes to listen to study music or stuff like that, then feel free to do that. And yeah, happy studying. That's really what I set up, or how I like to set up to study. And it all just depends on the day and the subject that I'm studying. I do have headphones that are noise canceling, so sometimes if other people are at home, like if you guys didn't know, I live with my godmother and her sister during the winter time, and just my godmother in the summertime because her sister moves out in the summertime, but that has nothing to do with this. But if somebody is at home, I will put my noise canceling headphones on to listen to lectures, to watch videos that are like additional supplemental content and things like that. So I just try to set myself up for the best possible outcome when it comes to studying, especially with this chemistry class, because it has been kind of crazy, and this is only the second week. The second week starts today, and I have to do 2 chapters this week instead of just 1, because our first exam is next week. So I have a lot of studying to do. I may make a video kind of sharing like a study with me or something like that, if you guys would be interested in seeing that. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos like this where I talk about like what I'm doing to study, if you want more specific, like what I'm studying, how I'm studying what I'm studying, how I'm studying for chemistry, if you want more in-depth study on that, I can definitely try to film something for you. Just let me know. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you guys again next time.